You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station. The time now is 8 o'clock, time for another hour of the great music that came out in the 1960s with the 60s Nostalgia Show. The 60s Nostalgia Show is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. They'll do anything electrical, whether it be private or commercial, and they're also pretty handy around the dairy shed. They know all about milk cooling, milk plant, and anything to do with the shed. And then that thing that's close to the shed but far enough away is the effluent pond, and they are experts in putting in effluent ponds. Nothing really planned for the show tonight. We'll play a couple of tracks from the feature LP, and tonight it's a tremendous LP that Ray Charles put out in 1962. Otherwise there will be a bit of a free-for-all. Not sure whether you'll be able to ring through to put a request in, because I think the little power surge or that power cut earlier on in the evening might have done something to the phone. Meanwhile, let's sit back and listen to the Shadows and Foot Tapper.
Everybody's gonna jump for joy. Come on without, come on within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. I like to go just like the rest. I like my sugar sweet, but jumping queues and making haste just ain't my cup of meat. Beneath the trees, feeding pigeons on a limb. But when Quinn the Eskimo gets here, all the pigeons gonna run to him. Come on without, come on within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. Let me do what I wanna do. I can't decide them all. Just tell me where to put them, and I'll tell you who to call. Nobody can get no sleep with someone on everyone's toes. But when Quinn the Eskimo gets here, everybody's gonna wanna doze. Come on without, come on within. You'll the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on with it. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on with it. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on with it.
Manfred Mann there, and the Bob Dylan song, The Mighty Quinn. Last night I was fortunate enough to have been invited down to a do at Parliament, and it was held in the Grand Hall at Parliament, and really impressive place, no doubt about that. Pretty tight security to get in, but the event was to mark the 40th birthday of Access Radio in New Zealand, and also to launch a book that has just been released, which is marking that 40 years, and has chapters on each of the present day Access radio stations. I had a quick look at the one on Arrow FM, and interestingly enough, we were the second Access radio station in New Zealand, following the one that was broadcasting from Wellington. And in the early days, Jan McLaren was very much involved with the station, and she still is as one of our valued members of the board. So that's a huge period of time of contribution to local Access Radio, and well done, Jan. The station wasn't exactly a station. We broadcast programs that were pre-recorded, and they were broadcast over what was 1ZD rather, which was the previous name to Radio Wairarapa, and the 3-hour program was broadcast on a Sunday, because the local commercial station at that time couldn't play commercials, so it was an easy time. I don't suppose they had to pay anyone to come in, and in fact they started to charge us. Later on, the station did want some coin from us, because the law had changed and advertisements were allowed to be broadcast on a Sunday. So at that stage we stopped broadcasting through the local station, and we had our shows broadcast over the Wellington station until we went full time in the year 2000. So Arrow FM's got a very proud history of Access Radio, and a very good relationship with New Zealand On Air, which is our principal funder, and they see us as a little station that does some mighty work. And certainly over recent years we've led the rest of the pack in terms of technology, particularly now with our partnership with Wairarapa TV. So a bit of a blurb about the do last night, very enjoyable, and I don't think I'll be here to celebrate the 80th celebration of 40 years' time. I think that might just be stretching it just a little bit.
I keep on wearing your bracelets and your new eyes across your heart, yeah, with your living proud. I turn the sweet spell of God, Judy in the skies. That says, come to me tonight, or come to me tonight. I've taken everything in sight, unzip the strings on my kite. In the skies, hey, that's what you are. A lemonade pass with your brand new car. Say, cantaloupe eyes, come to me tonight. The Judy in the skies, that's it. Tonight, I've taken everything in sight, unzip the strings on my kite. Judy in the skies, oh, what you aiming for? A circus out of horror, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what you are. You made me a line of ashes. I guess I'll just take your glasses.
Two in a row there, finishing with John Fred and his Playboy band and Judy in Disguise, and we started it off with the Cookies and Chains. Brought the time to 15 minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and next up we've got, I'm not quite sure, so let's just play it. Of course, it's the Love Affair and Everlasting Love.
Hearts gone astray, deep in hurt when they go. I went away just when you need me so. You won't regret, I've come back begging you. Won't you forget, welcome love we once knew. Open up your eyes, then you realize, here I stand with my everlasting love. Need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You'll never be denied everlasting love. From the very start, open up your heart, feel that you fall of everlasting love.
It'll love to last forever.
Coming up, we've got Dobie Gray and the In Crowd, and I think after that we'll have a track from the feature LP. Dobie Gray there and the In Crowd. Right, we've got a track lined up from the feature LP tonight, and it's an LP that Ray Charles released in April 1962, the magic LP called Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music, and had a bit of trouble picking a song from this one because a lot of them were big hits for Ray Charles, including the majestic I Can't Stop Loving You. The album was recorded in February 1962 at the Capitol Studios in New York City, and also in studios in Hollywood, and released by ABC Paramount Records. That was the label he left Atlantic to go to in, I think, in 1959 or 1960. The move was as a result of a deal that Ray Charles cut with ABC that gave him absolute control of his masters, and that was virtually unheard of in those days. So we'll start off the first track of side one, and it's Ray Charles and a cover version of the Everly Brothers' Bye Bye Love.
Bye bye love, bye bye
There goes my baby with someone new. She sure look happy and I'm so blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance that might have been. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bye bye love.
Well,
Bye bye happiness.
what you say?
Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry.
I'm through with romance, I'm through with love, I'm through with counting the stars above. And that's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me.
Bye bye love. Bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness. I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die.
Well,
I think I'm gonna die.
what you say?
I think I'm gonna
One
die.
more
I
time.
think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die.
That, please.
I think I'm
A jazzed up version of the Everly Brothers song, and this album has some really beautiful orchestral arrangements and of course the singing of Ray Charles, and we'll just flash it up to the camera to show you the front cover. There's Ray Charles and all his glory, and it's gone over there now, so that's him, and on the back of it copious liner notes, and that album is one of the classic albums of all time, and he followed that up later in 1962 with Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music Volume 2. All right, 25 and a half minutes after 8 o'clock, and you're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical maestros down in Martinborough. Right, next up, and I am in a forgettable mood tonight. I think it should be the Young Rascals.
Doctor, now can you tell me
when the mists are rising and the rain is falling and the wind is blowing cold across the moor. I hear the voice of my darling, the girl I love and lost a year ago. It's hard to believe, I know, but I hear her singing in the sign of the wind, blowing in the treetops, way above me. Johnny, yes, I'll always remember till the day I die. Johnny, remember me. Well, someday I guess I'll find myself another little girl to take the place of my true love. But as long as I live, I know I'll hear her singing in the sign of the wind, blowing in the treetops, way above me. Yes, I'll always remember till the day I die. I'll hear her cry, oh, Johnny, remember me.
John Layton there and Johnny Remember Me, a great song that came out in the early 1960s, a song produced by Joe Meek. Right, next up we have got a great song that came out in 1962. It's the Kingsmen and Louie Louie.
Got your ship, got the
The Flirtations there, and nothing but a heartache. And I think we'll put that on to the next track. It's a track from Chris Andrews.
I'm her yesterday man. My friends, that's what I am. I'm her yesterday man. My friends, that's what I am. That's what I am. Her yesterday man. Please tell me something. Have you met an angel? Someone too lovely to live on earth. Well, yesterday I thought I met an angel, but she wasn't worth all she seemed to be worth. And oh, what a fool I have been. I wish I'd taken it. Now I'm her yesterday man. Well, my friends, that's what I am. I'm her yesterday man. Well, my friends, that's what I am. That's what I am. Her yesterday man. Yeah, it's some other good kind and some other bad kind. Some of the others are in between. But all that I can say is she is the worst kind. Well, I think you know what I mean. And yet for all that I say, I take her back any day. Now I'm her yesterday man. Well, my friends, that's what I am. I'm her yesterday man. Well, my friends, that's what I am. That's what I am. Her yesterday man. Oh, come on, let me know, baby, don't you tell me you're gonna leave me and you leave me. I know that, I know that, I know that, I know that, baby, I know.
Don't have a lot, but with me that's fine. Whatever I got, well, I know it's mine. I don't go around with a local crowd. I don't dig what's in, so I guess I'm out. I'm saying these things so you know me, baby, so you understand what I'm all about. The boat that I row won't cross the ocean. The boat that I row won't get there soon. But I got the love if you got the notion. The boat that I row, take it up to me and you. There ain't a man alive can tell me what to say. I choose my own side and I like it that way. I don't worry about all the things I'm not. There's only one thing I want I ain't got. You know that I'm thinking about you, baby, but you better know before you come along. The boat that I row won't cross the ocean. The boat that I
Lulu there, a Neil Diamond song, The Boat That I Row, brought the time to 17 and a half minutes to 9 o'clock here on Arrow FM, your local community access radio station, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical maestros down in Martinborough. Right, next up we'll have another track from the feature LP tonight, and that's the LP put out by Ray Charles, Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. And this one is a cover version of a song written and first put out by Hank Williams, and a song called Hey Good Lookin'.
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a brand new car and a $2 bill, yeah. Know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing free. So if you wanna have fun, come along with me. So hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Bill, alright. I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing free. So if you wanna have fun, come along with me. So hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? How's about cooking something up with me?
Sheila, you'll know her if you see her. Blue eyes and a ponytail. Her cheeks are rosy, she looks a little nosy. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like a little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride. Oh, 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 I feel funny inside. Then little Sheila whispers in my ear. Oh, 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 I love you, Sheila dear. Sheila said she loved me. She said she'd never leave me. True love will never die. We're so doggone happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like a little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride. Oh, 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 I feel funny inside. Then little Sheila whispers in my ear. Oh, 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 I love you, Sheila dear. Sheila said she loved me. She said she'd never leave me. True love will never die. We're so doggone happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine. Oh, this little girl is fine.
Tommy Rowe there with Sheila, and next up we've got the Turtles and She'd Rather Be With Me.
Some girls love to run around, love to handle everything they see. But my girl has more fun around, and you know she'd rather be with me. Me, oh my, lucky guy is what I am. Tell you why, you'll understand. She don't fly, although she can. Some boys love to run around. They don't think about the things they do. But this boy wants to settle down, and you know he'd rather be with you. Me, oh my, lucky guy is what I am. Tell you why, you'll understand. She don't fly, although she can. Some girls love to run around, love to handle everything they see. But my girl has more fun around, and you know she'd rather be with, yeah, she'd rather be with, you know she'd rather be with me. You know she'd rather be with me. You know she'd rather be coming to you on a dust road. Good loving, I got a truckload. And when you get it, you got something. So don't worry, 'cause I'm coming. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Daddy, that's what I got the hard way, and I'll make it better each and every day. So, honey, don't you fret, 'cause you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm a soul man. All right, I'm a soul man. Play, Steve. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Oh, I was brought up on a side street. Listen now, I learned how to love before I could eat. I was educated at Woodstock. When I started loving, oh, I can't stop. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Yeah, I'm a soul man. Look, grab a rope and I'll pull you in, give you hope, and be your only boyfriend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about a soul man. I'm a soul man. And you a soul man. Soul man. Soul man. I'm a soul man. And you a soul man.
Sam and Dave and Soul Man. Next up we've got the Searchers and Take Me For What I'm Worth.
understand me. You never could do that. On in the end, you'd wind up being hurt. I'm a man with too many problems that keep pounding on my brain. So if you want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth. You want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth. I don't pretend to be a saint. My sins, they are many. But there's no one perfect in this universe. And though you think I'm weird, don't try and change me, dear. 'Cause if you want me, you take me for what I'm worth. You want me, you take me for what I'm worth. Hear a howling wind outside my door. There's restlessness within. Oh, I'm like a rain cloud that one day may burst. We both know I'll be leaving, and if one little tear you grieve, oh, it's alright, 'cause that's all I'm really worth. It's alright, 'cause that's all I'm really worth. And if you think about me in your lonesome hours, oh, and on your lips there's a sweet word and not a curse, oh, then I'll be coming back one day when my wandering is over. Oh, if you want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth. You want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth. If you want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth. You want me, you'll take me for what I'm worth.
5 minutes to 9 o'clock, time for one more. It's the Four Seasons and Walk Like a Man.
Oh, how you tried to
The Four Seasons there, Walk Like a Man, bringing to a close another edition of the 60s Nostalgia Show, which was the first broadcast all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM 92.7 and was kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. All right, let's have a look at the weather forecast for the next few days here in the Wairarapa. It's certainly been a nice, fine week with what you would call crisp starts in the morning. Crack of frost in Masterton on Thursday morning and a nice, fine days. But in actual fact, what we really want at the moment is rain, because it is getting very dry again out in the hinterland. All right, well, tonight's going to get down to 8 degrees, tomorrow 14. Cloud breaking, a possible morning shower with a sou'wester dying out in the evening. On Sunday, a minimum of 3 degrees, a top of 17 degrees, partly cloudy southwesterlies, and on Monday partly cloudy, 1 or 2 showers, clearing with southerlies dying out with a top of 18 degrees. Well, I timed that pretty well, didn't I? Just as the track finished. But anyway, we're up and running again with the Shadows and Wonderful Land. Looks like we're going to have a good weekend. Might be a little damp tomorrow morning, but it's going to fine up, and again, a nice warm temperatures during the day. I'm going to pop over to Upper Hutt tomorrow morning. There's a book fair over in Upper Hutt, and I'll have a mosey around there to see what's on offer, and then might go and have a look around Mint Music. And if you're into vinyls, Mint Music in Upper Hutt's a great shop to go to. They're down a little arcade off the main street and are up above a sort of a naturals craft sort of shop, so you'll be able to find it. There's plenty of LPs and bits and pieces outside it, and then when you climb up the stairs, there is a great selection of vinyl, both new and second hand. So that's my Saturday morning organised, and I suppose when I get back I'll be able to do some work around the section. The fine weather is nice, but what it does do is make the pesky weeds grow, so a bit of weeding maybe tomorrow afternoon. Another round of Super Rugby. There's a game I think tomorrow evening. I think there might be the Blues versus the Chiefs, and there was a game on tonight which I neglected to set the tape for, so I'm not quite sure whether I'll be able to catch up with that one, but certainly the Super Rugby Aotearoa is coming to an end, and we're down by the looks to the finalists being the Crusaders and also the Chiefs. So there's been a great standard of rugby. It certainly is pretty brutal with those local derbies. Whatever you are doing over the weekend and during the week, take care, and take care during the week, and we'll catch you next Friday night at 7 o'clock with the Blues Show, 8 o'clock with the 60s Nostalgia Show. You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station that broadcasts all over the wonderful Wairarapa on 92.7 and elsewhere via our website arrowfm.co.nz, and don't forget you can catch us on Wairarapa TV as well. Freeview channel number 41, and if you want to listen to us while you're on the move, download the Wairarapa TV app. The time now is 2.5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Time for some commercial-free Kiwi music.